Hey guys, it's Morgan. You saw the thumbnail. You know what we're talking about. This is all about the TSP ERM or ECU reflash module. I am so excited about this. You know me, I do love carburetors. I love old school, all that stuff. But I also love this shiny, fancy TBI motorcycle and all the coolness about it. The one thing I don't love about these new bikes is that you cannot tune them yourself. Like, you cannot do anything to the fuel, ignition, none of that stuff. On a carburetor, I can change the needle, I can change the pilot, the main, I can, fix a lot of things. I can change the power valve spring, all that stuff. All that's locked up on these bikes. But now, because TSP has done a ton of work, they have figured this thing out and they've come up with the ERM, and I'm really excited to be able to tune on this thing. As a guy who likes to fiddle with my bikes and make them run just like I want them to run, I'm really excited about it. So let's dig in and show you how to set the TSP. We'll show you how to set the ERM up out of the box, how to hook it up to the bike, and how to read some stuff. Now, my bike, I'm not going to be able to run it and do some of the other cool stuff, so make sure you subscribe because we're going to go deeper into this. But I will be able to show you how to read codes and look at that stuff and load maps. And anyway, so yeah, let's dive in. All right, guys. As with all the TSP stuff, it comes in a really nice box. Gonna open, and that guy's awesome. Gonna open this thing up. We got our ERM right there. Make sure you read all this stuff, guys. It really is important. I did that. You can watch my video, but I still suggest you do it. So we get the ERM out. All right, guys, so I was going to show you me setting it up on the computer, but I watched Dave's video about setting it up, and there's zero reason for me to make another video. So go to his video. I'll put a link in the description for his video on how to set these things up. There's some software downloads and things you got to do on your computer. Get that all done. Now let's go over to the bike. So we've got our ERM. We're going to come over here, and on these bikes, you'll see right here, there's a 6-pin connector right there. So we're going to take our other 6-pin and we're going to plug it in. Now, obviously, this is just a cursory, very beginning of this whole thing because obviously my bike is not going to run right now. So there we go. It comes on. You can see it turns the bike on. So, and I was reading some stuff. You got to be careful. It's in the information that you get with it. If you leave this plugged into the bike when the bike is off, it will slowly drain your battery because, as you can see, it turns on. So I'm going to come down here. I'm going to pair it to ECU. There we go. Wi-Fi network. Active internet connection. There we go. We're going to connect. Password for okay. I'm going to set you guys down. Password is just Highland Cycles. If you're ever here and you need to use the Wi-Fi, it's just Highland Cycles. All right, so it's connecting. Now, I don't think that, like to use this on the bike and do stuff like out in the field, you don't need connection to the internet. It just needs to do this to pair up with the thing and probably to download the map. So do not disconnect battery. There we go. Connecting to the ECU. There's some lights going on over there. And this comes with a mounting device to go here. We'll be doing that later. Like I said, we're in the middle of a big winter refresh on this bike. If you haven't checked out those videos, make sure you do. We're doing that. Putting all sorts of new stuff, new bearings, blah, 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 all the things. So make sure you check out that winter motorcycle maintenance playlist. It's got stuff from an old bike of mine, and now this one, and all that. So we're not going to be starting this bike today, but I just want to show you what this ERM looks like. Successfully paired to bike. Boom. So that's what's cool about this, guys, is that we can kind of get live data on a lot of things. You can get TPS settings, all sorts of, you can see there's RPM, power valve, throttle, it keeps bouncing. I'm going to turn my idle. I'm going to see if by backing that off. Oh, now it goes to -0. That's interesting. 0. Haha! How cool is that? Honestly, that is super, super cool. All right, guys. So I just watched more of his videos. I want to show you guys some really cool stuff. So on here, There we go. Here we go. Okay, cool. There you can see it. So that's our dash. As we twist the throttle, you know, it opens up 100% down. It's really cool because you can control that with the idle adjust. You can kind of see and make sure you get that set right. But then if you do a small swipe here, now you get this other dashboard. Oh, there we go. That's better. So you can see throttle 0%, RPM 0. Anyway, all this is obviously going to be 0. And this is absolute throttle. That is what it is open a little bit. And it's pretty cool because you can, this is how you set your TPS. If you back your idle adjust all the way out, this should go down to 0.4. Oh, there you go. That should go down to 0.4, and I'll show you here. I'll just do it live because it's pretty freaking neat. Hang on. Sorry, guys. Filming this is... Okay, so now we're going to back it off. You can see it going down, and it goes down, and eventually... There. See, that's as far... It won't go further. So that's what you want. Exactly. And I don't know if you remember my video of me setting it, but obviously I got it right. That's pretty cool. So now we're going to turn it back up. You can see the throttle opening is negative 0.37 or 3.7%. And so now we're going to go back up and get it to 0 where we had it before. Get throttle opening to 0 because that's where we want it for an idle. It's not actual 0. It's idle. So we're going to just nice and easy turn it until we get 0. So it's got that little negative. We're just going to go righty-tighty just a tiny bit till it goes 0.57 and 0. That is freaking cool, guys. I really like that. Now it shows down here we're in map 2. If I hit this, go to white. Come on. You can see it goes to map 1. Battery voltage is 0.7. That's because it's not running. If it ran, it would show battery voltage like what it's actually putting out. So that's the dash. Then we can do white map, green map. Oh, okay, sorry. So this is showing, so if I didn't have, oh, this is super cool, guys, now that I'm realizing. This is if you had a W model and you put it in and you didn't have the actual switch, you could choose white and green on this. So you don't actually have to buy the switch too. That is freaking neat. Okay, that's super cool. I have the switch, so this thing's not working. Okay, so now we're done. Now go to the tunes, and here we go. There's the original 23 TBI XC map, and we can start. It says map to begin tuning. We'll go select. Now it says flash original back up to ECU. So I don't want to. Oh yeah, why not? I'll just show you how this works. So you'll flash. Now this is where you cannot unplug this thing, guys, or unplug the battery or any of that stuff. If you do, you could lose all the information, and it's just going to cost you money. It won't ruin the bike, but you're going to cost you money. So now we are in the original. We can, and it won't allow us to tune that original, right? So there we go. It won't allow us to tune that. So now if we go here and we go to the MX map, which is the one I want. Now I want to put that in. It's got basic mode, pro mode, and I didn't activate pro mode. You have to, I think you have to pay for that maybe. 1, 2, I don't know, let's just see. Modify. Okay, so yeah, you can, I'm not touching anything. You can change all kinds of things. That's the fuel map. You can go up and down on that. Then we've got, let's see. No, cancel. So I can change, okay. So I can change the profile name. I could put that like Morgan, you know, Thomas, whatever. So we're not going to do that. Save the profile too. No, I don't want to save anything. I'm not going to do any of this stuff because I don't want to mess anything up. But let's see. So I can go up 1%, down 1%. Anyway, so I'm going to close that out. Close it out, saving, yes. Because I don't want to mess with it. So now, and then I could flash that in. There we go. So you can flash that in if you want. But let's go there. Now, if we want to put this in, we're going to go basic. And that's just the basic stuff. And fuel, ignition, power valve, and you can change those things if I click on it. So there you can go. You can change that from 30% throttle or 30% RPM. Oh yeah, 30% throttle, 100% throttle, 4,500 RPM, 9, whatever. But we're not going to do that either because I'm not going to mess with this yet. Yes, I will close without saving. Now I want to flash that map in. We're going to go like that. We're going to flash that new Cool Guy MX map in. Boom. All right, now close that out. Now let's look at the extras. So we can change the brightness of the screen. We can read codes. No fault codes, but if we had, we could check them out. We can clear the codes. That is super cool. You can power the ECU, power the ERM, calibrate the throttle. There we go. Pro mode is not activated. You can do that, but you can reset stuff. Shows who it's registered to, what it's for, version, all that stuff. Save diagnostics, all kinds of cool stuff, guys. This thing is rad. I'm really excited about this thing. So we're going to be playing with this thing like crazy. I'm already really impressed with what it's showing me. Already super impressed with how easy it was to set up. I can say I had a little bit of a trouble doing it on my Mac. It wouldn't connect right, so I did it on our PC that's our shop computer. They said it should work with a Mac. I don't know. We'll figure that out. I don't know. I'm not really worried about it because once I've done that first part, it's done. Now we're all good. So I think this is cool. I'm really excited. If you guys want one of these, and I highly recommend it, because this is like the new step to, instead of just flashing your ECU, and having to send this all the way back in, South Bay Motor Performance, send it back, whatever, you can just buy the ERM. It's $450. It is a lot of money, but you get a map. You get the option for buying more maps, so you could actually, for $450, $600, $750, for $750, you could have the hard enduro map setting, the trail map setting, and the MX map setting, all able to be put into here and change up. It'd be super, super cool. So, yeah, I think this is the way to go. If you're thinking about flashing ECU, just get the ERM. And that way you not only are getting the flash of the ECU that you want, you're also getting the ability to change things, read things, set, clear codes, read codes, all that good stuff. I'm excited. Thank you so much, Two Stroke Performance. Thank you, Steve at South Bay Motor Performance. Please, if you're interested, go to South Bay Motor Performance and buy one. Talk to Steve. He's the best. Yeah, they're just the best. They're the guys who brought this to this country. There are other people out there now selling these things, and you guys know how I feel about that guy. He's a snake, honestly, and did that. And anyway, buy it from Steve at South Bay. He's rad. He's the guy who brought this to the United States. Dave in Australia is also super rad. So, yeah, thanks, guys. We'll see you on the next one.